Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a brand new edition of Kiwanis Connects, coming to you live from the WWDBTV studios in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada. As you can see, we have a packed desk today. Friends from all over. And yes, the lady on my far right, that is not a hologram. That is not a picture. She is not superimposed there. Governor Val is live in studio. Governor Val, how are you?
I'm awesome. I'm so happy to be here. And aloha.
Aloha, Las
Big
Vegas.
aloha, Las
That's
Vegas.
right. Now, we also have two other people. That was not very bad English. Good English. Not good at all. Anyway, sitting with me today, God, you know what, Governor Val, why don't you take the honor of introducing our guests?
I fell in love in January with this family. And most importantly, I'd like to introduce you to Justin. And Justin is one of those little amazing people that gives you hope and makes you happy to be alive. And so this is Justin. And Justin's going to pronounce his last name for me because I want to make sure that I say it right.
Go for it.
Go for it.
Booma.
Booma. I like that.
This is Justin Booma, and Justin is the actual president of his nonprofit and his momager. His momager,
right?
Momager. Raquel is with us as well. So let's go for it.
Let's do it.
I'm just so excited.
I'm telling you. Now, listen, our chat room for today's show is already blowing up with people. So, and we're on YouTube. So let me just remind everybody that if you're watching us on Facebook, thank you so very much. You're catching us on the Kiwanis Connects page. You can also catch us on the WWDBTV Facebook page. Now, if you don't like Facebook, that's okay. We got you covered on YouTube. Go to the YouTube page, WWDBTV, and you can catch us there. You can also go to the Kiwanis Connects YouTube channel. If you're driving somewhere right now, like if you're listening to us back east, it's lunchtime, you're probably running out of the building, getting in your car to go to McDonald's, download the WWDBTV phone app to Android, WWDBTV LV if you have the iPhones. Worst case scenario, if you have Roku, download WWDBTV as a channel to your Roku, and not only catch Kiwanis Connects and these wonderful people. I can't wait to hear Justin's story. I'm so excited. I'm in awe of this young man, let me tell you. Even though he's a Spider-Man fan, for people who know me, I'm a Batman guy. I'll look past that for today. But anyway, check it out on Roku. Not only will you be able to see Kiwanis Connects, but you'll also be able to see the various multitudinal shows that are on WWDBTV's network right here. 702-992-3207 is our number. Call in, say hello to Justin. Thoughts, questions, comments, queries, whatever you want. We are here for you for the next hour as well. All right, I have to take care of all of that stuff so people know where they can see us. Okay? Every time I do a show, I used to say the word plethora. Do you know what plethora means? It means a lot of something. Like we have a plethora of love for you and your mom for what you do.
Aww.
Well, I use that word so much. Our producer back there, John, he yelled at me. He says, I need to change plethora. I used it a plethora amount of times, and so I have to keep changing it. So that's why I kind of stumbled there. Anyway, it is so great to meet you guys and to meet you, because I understand from Governor Val, which unfortunately I was on a cruise ship when you guys were doing your thing. Oh, it was north, right? He was north or south for mid-year?
Oh, no, he's going to be at our decon.
Oh, he's going to be at decon. Oh, I am going to see you. Maybe I'll have the honor of introducing you at decon, because I've been asked to come up to the convention and actually host some of Governor Val's events.
Oh, yeah.
That would be so cool. But everybody, from what I've heard, everything is like you are the best. First of all, 7-year-old. Can I read your bio to everybody out there? All right. So I want you guys to know this is straight and the website is heroesandhearts.org.
Heroesandhearts.org.
Absolutely.
Now, is the word "and" spelled out in between, or is it the sign?
Sorry.
It's spelled out.
It is. So it's Heroes and A-N-D Heart. Okay, very good.
And
so
hearts with an S.
Oh, got to have more than one heart. That's for
yeah.
sure.
So why is it Heroes and Hearts?
Yeah.
Because you are the heroes and we have a million hearts.
Did you come up with that? Governor Val, you ought to get him on your content team or something.
Well, I've already got him signed up for a Kiwanis club down
That's
here.
true.
In
That's right.
downtown
We're all
Las
members of the
Vegas.
same Kiwanis.
Yeah.
I'm a member of that club too. So is John.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
We were on the air when that. As a matter of fact, I saw our lieutenant governor sneak in. I think she's sitting behind me. So there she is. And we had them on as a guest. We were here, and the club was forming. And I, right on the air, because I'm a long time Kiwanis.
Oh,
But on the air, I said, I'm going to do it. John matched me, and a good friend, Patrick Frazee, who I hope is watching. We got 3 people on that same day to join the club.
Yes.
And one of the things Justin said was, are you going to be doing things for kids? Are we going to focus in on kids? If we're going to do that, then I'm willing to join. If we're doing all that other stuff, I'm not interested. And at that point, he won me over.
Right on.
And so, Justin, tell me a little bit about how you came up with this whole process and what do you do?
Well, for one, never give up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that, and I know when you, kindness is like a spark. So when you share it, it burns and comes into a fire. And I know, just like I like to be gentle with kids under my age because how you know to be, because I know have people been gentle, people over my age have been gentle with me because I'm under their age.
Yes, that's true.
So you share kindness then, right?
Right.
Okay.
Kindness is like Justin always says, like he just said, kindness is like a spark. So when you share it, it grows and grows and grows and becomes a flame. And so his whole goal is to share kindness around the world, like we did for Ukrainian refugees in Poland when we built our learn and play space. And how it started was when Justin was 4 years old.
So that was a long time ago, wasn't it?
How old are you, Just? Tell everybody.
I am 7, about to be 8, but I
When's
would
your
much
birthday?
rather.
So I'll have to have a party.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm in for a party.
June 13th.
Oh, so it's coming up.
It's coming up. Yeah, so he's very close to being 8. But when Justin was 4, the pandemic had just happened, and we're all sitting there watching our glued to our TVs, and we're like, we don't know what's gonna happen, And so he crawls into his auntie's lap,
And he said, and I said, why aren't the community workers being thanked?
And we're all like, we don't know. We don't know what's even going on
How
in
do
the
you
world.
respond to that, right?
Right. And so our great healthcare professionals are being highlighted, but Justin's friends, who he called his friends, the only people he got to see on Monday mornings because everybody else was locked up was the garbage men at work, men and women.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he'd go out, it's hot in Vegas.
Right.
They'd go out and him and his grandma would give cold ice water to them, with their masks on, of course. But so he's like, why aren't they being thanked on the news?
Mm-hmm. That's a great point.
That's fabulous.
We don't know. So he says, well, what did you say?
I want to thank them.
Yeah. So with the help of my sister and Justin, they wrote a small grant to the city of Las Vegas and so my sister says, okay, well, if you want to thank them, what would you give them? And he said, goldfish, of course.
M&M's, hand sanitizer, face mask.
Mm-hmm.
But how did the M&Ms would have melted? Did you give them a hint on how to not have them melt if you were giving them M&Ms in the summertime?
They didn't melt. Thank you, Jesus.
They didn't melt because they ate them right away.
Oh, they ate them right away. They melted in their tummy is where they melted. Is what you're saying.
And I would give them soup, just to name a few more.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it all started. And so when the governor in Nevada lifted a little bit of the restrictions and we were able to go in small groups, we actually had a friend who is currently still over Republic, and he let us come in, and the rest is really history. About 6 months later, we started actually Heroes and Hearts. So our logo, Justin created. He thought of the name, the color scheme. It all was.
Let's see. Yeah, there we go.
Right.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Are these for sale, by the way? Can I buy one somewhere? Can I buy a shirt somewhere that they're
They
so
are not
cool?
for sale. We actually give them away.
For free, as long as you want to have a $10 payback.
What does that mean? What does a $10 payback mean? So if I want a shirt, what do I have to do?
You don't have to do anything. You just get it for free. Pay us all your bananas and
Oh, my bananas.
Bananas.
Listen, people tell me I'm bananas, but I'm not worth that much. You know what I'm saying?
And then,
Because they're actually we give them to our volunteers. However, if you want a Super Justin merch, now that's a different story.
Okay.
You can go on our website. We're always looking for volunteers and donations. We're a 501c3, so we're supported by the community and grant funding in our fundraisers, like our rock paper scissors tournament, but also by our merch. So you can go online and order all sorts of Super Justin merch, including Super Justin t-shirts.
Now, I would love that,
Love it.
maybe with upcoming events, and I know, again, our Lieutenant Governor is sitting behind me. If there are events that are, let's say, on weekends, or you have a lot of events on weekends?
We do.
So maybe if we look at calendars and we know in advance of an event, maybe a certain show can come on site to your event while it's happening. And we can, I'm just saying, Mr.
Maybe.
President, I don't want to, I'm just putting it out there. Maybe we can come cover it and give it some viewership and, give a little help. What do you think? Actually, I have to ask that guy because he would have to pack up all the equipment. But what do you think? Would that be good? Would that help?
that would help a lot.
All right. So I'll tell you what, have your people call Governor Val and my people will make it happen. Because I know you got
Absolutely.
people, right? You're not going to get on the phone and say, hey, Aaron, Governor Val, I need you. You're going to say, I need somebody to call these people, right? You don't make those calls, do you? You have a staff, don't you?
I do, but I do make the call.
You do?
He does
I
sometimes.
want to work for him.
I know.
He does, but sometimes people are like, who is this little,
Sure.
kid
Sure.
calling? But he does
Right on.
make calls, and he does go around and
I go on social media.
Oh, I'm not surprised by that. You're a perfect guy for social media.
on social media all the time. But we do have an event coming up that we're looking for volunteers and
Yeah.
coverage if you guys are available.
Give me
It's
the info.
on April the 28th and the 29th. April the 28th is actually a Friday, and the Saturday is the 29th. It's called Little Chefs.
Okay.
And this particular event that we're doing, we got a grant from Sedetso to focus on food hunger and stopping it, basically. So the child or the babies that suffer the most are ones with food allergies.
Absolutely.
And so Justin has had challenges with food allergies because he was very young. I actually had to stop breastfeeding because his skin would fall off in my hands, as a matter of fact.
Wow, as
That's
an
how
allergic
severe-
reaction.
Yeah, that's how
Wow.
severe it was. And a lot of parents, they don't know what's going on. I didn't know what was
Right.
going on with my son. Had to go through a lot of tests to find out at just 3 months old, just trying to save his life.
Wow.
Had to have a very, very special formula actually for him. And a little bitty can costs $20.
Mhm.
And parents just don't have that. And
Right.
then they grow up and kids are still having these problems and these issues. So Justin, actually us together, wrote a grant to Sedetso about this challenge. And it stated that about 19% of teenagers who have challenges with food allergies, they actually have issues with depression because they don't know what's going to happen, what they're going to touch that might affect them that somebody else has touched.
Wow.
So we're going to have a little demonstration with one of Justin's recipe books about
Which one can I show? Which
this
one do you want to
right
show? This
here,
one?
the one with the picture of him.
This one?
on there.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes,
look at
sir.
you.
And so it has information about ones without food allergies and that kind of thing, foods. So we're going to do a demonstration on that, but at the same time, we're going to make people aware and let them know how people with food allergy feels, how we can help them as our friends, and also we're going to have little pop-up shops around the city where we're going to go and have people freely get foods that don't have the common allergies in it. So at different community centers and Boys and Girls Clubs around.
So this event, 28th, 29th, time where?
Yeah, so the event is happening, the workshop event is happening the 29th, which is Saturday, April the 29th. And it's going to be at Alexander Library in North Las Vegas. And on the 28th is where we're going to decorate our carts and build our carts. It's the same location.
Okay.
It's going to be from 11 to 1 there both days. And then once we have our carts built and we're going to have little bird houses that are become food houses, and people can take those into their neighborhoods, just kind of like free libraries.
Sure.
And then they have our little pop-up carts. And we're going to go from there to 5 different locations across the city.
Ooh, wonderful.
I'm seeing
Love it.
Kiwanis opportunities all over.
I know.
this.
Is our Lieutenant Governor taking notes back there?
I know she is.
Because I can't see her. So
I know she is because we have, 5 or 6 clubs in the different areas where these pop-up food places are.
Oh.
So one of the projects that might come up is adopting one of these food boxes so that they can continue to help feed and match what you're doing, so that's sustainable. I think it's fabulous.
Sustainable.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for more ideas that popped up in my mind, Miss Governor Dr. Val.
I'm loving that title. Thank you, Justin. It's
you
like-
need a bigger business card.
That's going to go in 2 lines in the back of my football jersey.
All right, I have to take a break. So have you ever like hosted a show before? Other than being a guest. So can you do me a favor? I want you to look straight ahead in that camera and I want you to say to everybody out there, thank you for watching Kiwanis Connects.
Thank you for watching Kiwanis Connects.
We'll be right back
We'll be right back
after these messages.
after these messages.
Don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
Kiwanis makes a difference every day somewhere. Some kid gets something from us that they would not have if we didn't exist.
It's all about kids. And so we are helping children that are underprivileged have the same opportunities that kids who come from affluence do.
The reason I joined Kiwanis was my wife works at the school district, and she sees the need on a daily basis, and she came back and she said, hey, there's this group and they do really good stuff.
I loved what Kiwanis stood for, which is that idea of kids. Because I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher my whole life, even though I don't be in the classroom all of that time. After 33 years in the classroom, anybody that's doing something with kids, I want to be involved with them. That's Kiwanis in a nutshell.
I started with Kiwanis in 2018. They had a membership drive, and I was friends with a number of people who had been with Kiwanis for a number of years, so I wanted to check it out. Turns out it was one of the best decisions I ever made.
What we do for the Gateway Unified School District is beyond measure. We feed over 170 students every weekend with our backpack program.
What I enjoy about Kiwanis is we get to do a lot of different events. We get to serve the community through fundraisers by giving out hot dogs at Christmas parties for the local kids. We provide books for kids. We also march in the parade for the Veterans Day. We handed out hot dogs for the 9/11 ceremony. So there's a lot of ways that we are a part of the community, and we just enjoy serving in that capacity.
Everyone should always want to be a part of their community, and I've found that Kiwanis is the best way to do that. I would encourage anyone who has any interest in it whatsoever to come down to a meeting, come talk with us, and learn about what we do on an in-depth basis, and I can almost guarantee you're going to want to join.
All right, welcome back. Thank you to the Kiwanis Club of Shasta Dam for that message, which, as our producer said, was quite appropriate to kind of mix into what we're doing today. You're watching a great show of Kiwanis Connects. Not that they're all not great. They're all great. But when you have a 7-year-old entrepreneur, president of his own organization, and what else? Youth influencer, world this, world that, and all over the place. His business card is about yay big for a 7-year-old. Okay? This is a great show. We have a lot to learn. So, Governor Val, I'm going to turn it over to you because I just want to sit back and listen to him speak.
Absolutely. Well, you know that Kiwanis has been supporting everything in the Ukraine and trying to figure out how to fundraise and do things that are appropriate and helpful in the Ukraine since the very beginning. Some of our clubs across the district actually fundraised over $100,000 in 3 weeks.
Wow.
To get money to Poland, and that money went from Poland to the Ukraine, and it provided baby carriages with diapers and everything. So as soon as someone came across the border, they were able to put their child in a car seat or whatever and go.
Yeah.
And so when I heard that you all went to Poland, I was like, how did a 7-year-old end up in Poland?
Yeah.
So Justin, how did you think about going to Poland, and what did you do when you were there?
Okay. So, at one point, when we were leaving Las Vegas, I was like, okay, I can do this. I am calm.
Yeah, but Just, how did it start? What happened that you even started thinking about going to Ukraine?
Well, I was like, Mommy, I was watching CNN, and I was like, Mommy, can we go to Poland and help these Ukrainian refugees? And she was like, no, sorry, Mama Rudy.
Actually, he did not say Poland. He said he wanted to go to Ukraine.
Yeah, Ukraine.
And I told Justin, I said, we cannot go to the Ukraine because there is not even an airport in the Ukraine. They have bombed it, so we can't even go there.
Well, you fly over to give you a parachute, and you just land in Ukraine.
Well, my idea was we would fly. She told me this place about Poland. So we went. So we would fly to Poland, and then we would walk to and go to Ukraine.
So you know when kids get quiet, Dr. Val.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, you know something's happening.
Something is going
Something
on,
is happening.
Brother Aaron. Something's going on.
What's going on? That's what I want.
So you know, I'm doing whatever I'm doing in the kitchen, or carrying on about, and he's getting quiet. And next thing I know, he says, because I said we can't go. There's not even an airport. And he goes, "Here, Mommy," and he had drawn this map. He had went off on his own. And Justin he's in the 3rd grade, but he was in the 2nd grade. So he's learning about like state shapes and country shapes and all that stuff.
I still don't know them.
So with his best drawing, this was about last year, actually, around this time, because it had been a little while. And so he goes, "Look, Mommy," so on his best drawing of the shape of Nevada. And then he draws, how like when you are on MapQuest or whatever, it has a line. So he drew the line to Poland in his best drawing of a shape of Poland. And then how you have the little dots like you're walking. So he literally had the little dots on his way to Ukraine. And he's like, "This is how we can get there, Mommy." And I was like, I guess we are going to the Ukraine.
So you were kind of hoping he really didn't figure it out, but you gave him a challenge, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. And so my husband was like, "Absolutely not. You are not taking my son to some war-torn country. That's not happening." But we did end up finding a compromise to Poland, and we partnered with this ministry called Mercy
Ministries.
And they agreed to take on this little kid who wanted to come there. And so we raised money through our rock, paper, scissors tournament.
Wow.
Which is hugely important to a 7-year-old. People ask me all the time, they say, "Does he think of all these ideas?" I say, I would never give a grown man goldfish. Nor would I ever have a rock, paper, scissors tournament, but it worked. The kids
Sure.
loved it. We raised money, and it was called Hearts for Ukraine.
Okay.
And
the aviators came.
the aviators came
Wow.
to support Justin, and they played rock, paper, scissors with us.
Awesome.
They're champions.
And
Oh,
they
that's awesome.
were, yeah. And we went there. We built our learn and play space, and the Polish government was very inspired
Sure.
by Justin.
Well, how could you not be?
That's,
I'm sitting here, I'm in awe of all of this. Very rarely on a show when I interview guests, I'm into the interview and, but a lot of times I get so swelled up as those people out there watching that I find myself just sitting back and listening, enjoying the stories of the guests. So that's where I am right now. So if
Yeah.
it seems like I fade out, I'm not.
I'm in serious fangirl mode, and normally I'm really highlighted and elevated. But I listen to this, and it's like, so you made a relationship with people in Poland, and I saw some pictures where you had other kids from Polish kids helping you out with your play center, your learn and play center.
actually, they were Ukrainian refugees.
They were Ukrainian.
Wow.
They were.
Wow.
Yeah, they were.
I didn't realize that.
There were Ukrainian refugees who were living in Poland, and they had found either they were in school there or however they had come there, and they were helping us build their center, and it was really for the youngers, but they were older youth,
Kids.
yeah, older young adults, but they were
That's
refugees themselves. And they were helping, and the Polish government, they were inspired because these kids are like basically learning in if you could think of a cafeteria style.
Mhm.
So there's all this stuff going on. They have their earphones, they're trying to learn and do, it's just, or in a room, a very, very small room with two other families.
Sure.
It was not the best
Right.
learning environment. So we don't know that it's the Polish government. We're like,
Right.
hey, we're doing our work,
Right.
cleaning and painting,
Sure.
and come to find out, they said this is great. We need this in other centers, so we're going to build them in all the other centers. They have like 10.
That's that.
And we were in one of the
So
9.
So
We
from
were in one of the
September,
9.
from September, was it September
It
of
was
last year?
September.
So from September of 22 to April of 23, there are now 10 centers altogether because of you,
No, the learn and play space.
because of Learn and Play Space. That's pretty fabulous.
Yeah, it's pretty
Absolutely fabulous.
Thank you.
And I know you're doing a number of other things. I see several books, and there's one book that's
Yeah.
leaning up against your microphone.
Yeah.
So do you want
This is
Share that?
called The Sheep Has His Helmet by some guy named Justin. I don't know who that is, but let's talk about it. Is that you? You wrote this book?
I did when I was 4 years old.
Yeah.
It says it like it's hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
It's 3 years ago, people.
When I was 4 years old.
You making fun of me? So, Beth, let's talk about the book.
Okay.
Go ahead. You talk about that.
Okay, so the Sheep Has His Helmet by Justin Boomer.
No, you're not reading.
No, don't read the book.
We're just
Okay.
Tell me about the book.
Okay,
What
so-
inspired you to write this?
Have you ever heard of the saying, safety first and always?
Mm-hmm.
If you have, this is the right book for you.
Awesome.
So Justin says that he was riding his bike with his dad to the mailbox.
Mailbox.
And we're always like, you got to be safe with your helmet, and kids don't like the helmet type thing, and so that's kind of how the book came
I
about.
love the helmet.
Yes.
What kind of helmet is it?
Baseball, bike helmet, any helmet you give me, I will take it.
Alrighty
It
then.
used to be like a Spider-Man-ish helmet, but now I think it's just like
Well, that's what I thought. It was going to be a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a Spider-Man helmet, it was cars.
Oh,
Like-
cars.
the car. Okay.
Like-
Okay.
Like
All right.
Keep It
All right.
Where
All
can
right,
people
all right.
get? Where can this book be found and purchased?
Yeah, so you can do it on Amazon. Also, if you go to our merch on our site, it'll lead to all of our books actually as well.
And I'm going to put a plug in because Justin's going to be at our district convention in Sparks, Reno, August 10th through the 12th. And he's going to be one of our keynote speakers. He's also going to have a booth with all of his merch. And so you can make a donation for his merchandise at that booth and be able to help the program, but also be able to take these books back with you. And I've always got to do that Kiwanis thing. Kiwanis loves helmets too. And so we give a lot of grants for like skateboard helmets and bike helmets. And so if you and your Kiwanis club want to give away helmets or have a bike safety fair,
I remember.
we can help you out because
Bike safety fairs.
bike safety fairs.
That's awesome.
And
That'd be
so
great.
it's a great way to fit in with just bikes and books.
So what kind of
Bikes
merchandise
and
you're going to have at the
books.
convention? Like hats, shirts, your suit, your hero stuff? What? I
Okay.
saw a mug on your website. I saw a coffee mug.
Yeah, that's one of our most popular ones actually. is our
Hello. We have a phone call coming in, although we don't have our headsets set up, so we're going to have to do the best we can. We'll wait for them to call. So you're going to have mugs. What else are you going to have there to sell? What do you think?
Um,
Can you turn down the show?
You're going to bring mugs to sell at the convention. You're going to have shirts. You're going to have
okay,
t-shirts.
we're going to have
Can you hear me?
Yeah, shirts. For
yeah,
sure.
shirts first.
And our
So if someone were to walk up to your table with the $20 bill, what could they buy at your table?
They could buy Heroes and Hearts alarm sensor.
Okay, hold that thought. We have somebody on the line right now.
Bedtime.
Thank you for calling Kiwanis Connects. Who's this, please, and where are you calling from?
My name is Christina. I'm calling from Las Vegas.
Oh, can you repeat
How
that,
are you?
please?
Excuse me?
Can you repeat who you are again?
Christina.
Oh,
from Las Vegas.
Christina! Christina von Lindenberg, right here in Vegas. Our
Aloha, Christina.
yes, aloha. So, Christina, you have a comment or a question?
Well, I just have a comment, I guess. I'm just really impressed with Justin. I had the pleasure to meet him at one of the
Lost the
meetings
Un-
for the
unfortunately, we
downtown.
lost the audio.
Kiwanis.
But Christina is a big
So I
fan.
met you. Probably you don't remember me, but I did not speak that long with you. So listening to you, all the ideas that you had and how these came out about, it has been really wonderful to learn more things about you and about the wonderful mom that you have and parents that you have. So just calling to congratulate you and that I'm amazed at the work that you do.
Thank you, Christina. Very nice. We appreciate that. Thank you for calling in. With that, we're going to step aside for another quick commercial break. So do you remember what you did for me before?
We will be back. Do not go anywhere, please.
International is a global community of clubs, members, and partners dedicated to improving the lives of children, one community at a time. Today, we stand with more than 550,000 members, from K-Kids to Key Club to Kiwanis, for all ages in over 80 countries around the world. Each community has different needs, and Kiwanis empowers members to pursue creative ways to serve the needs of children, such as fighting hunger, improving literacy, and offering guidance. Kiwanis clubs host nearly 150,000 service projects each year. For more information, visit www.kiwanis.org. Are you looking for someone to provide training to your staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs. All right, welcome back. Thank you, Christina, for calling. Why do I have that's the cursor that he has on the screen. I'm thinking, what do I have on my head in there? Anyway, thank you, Christina, for calling in. 702-329. No, that's not it. 992-3207. 702-992-3207. Give us a call. Talk to Justin. Justin's momager. I love that word, by the way. All right, before we move on, so I was asking about what we could buy at the decon, right?
Right.
Okay, so if somebody walked up with a $20 bill, you said a mug and a T-shirt at least, right?
Right.
Okay.
But
Right, wink, wink. So here's what I'd like to do. I'm going to prepay for a mug and a shirt for myself because I'm going to come up to Decon, and knowing Governor Val, she's going to put me to work to host some stuff.
Absolutely.
And I may not have time to come over to your table. So I'm going to prepay for a shirt in my size and one of your mugs right now. So here's I'm going to give it to Mom, or should I give it to you?
Me.
You take it and then give it to Mom.
Yeah.
Give it to Mom. I know that. That's right. Okay. So if anybody else wants to prepay and take care of stuff, you can call in, do that. Go to the website. You're taking donations on the website as well, correct?
Right. Donations and then the merch is there.
And it's heroesandhearts.org is the website, right?
Right.
All right. Hear that energy from Justin? All right. Governor Val, back to
We
you.
have a lot of books on the table, and so I am loving this. Tell us a little bit about, did you write them all?
Not this one.
I want this one.
Okay.
Because this is a Kiwanis book, but everybody knows why. But this was in your package. Did they give this to you?
Yeah, so Kiwanis donated hundreds of books, I think. Yeah.
Thank you, Kiwanis.
It was awesome. We had our library fair, and we also had a art and reading event where we give books out to kids. And so Kiwanis helped us out by donating, like I said, hundreds of books for our cause right here in Las Vegas, in the historic West Side and on the East Side. So we really appreciate their help and assistance. Obviously, we didn't write that book.
Well, that's okay. But it's well, listen, I mean, Batman, it's even purple in Batman. So, Governor Val had something to do with this, I'm sure.
Just a little bit. But I also wanted to do a shout out because the Kiwanis Literacy Club Foundation hosted your books for you. And so I was talking to our team, and so we sent a couple more just for Justin. And so, Justin, I have a stack of fun books for you. There you go.
Wow.
And
Look at that haul.
it's like way cool. And our partner, Warner Brothers, actually has a lot of Harry Potter stuff. And we're only allowed to give it away. We're not allowed to sell it. We're not allowed to get donations for it. But J.K. Rowling tells us that we can give it to kids that we know and like. So if you ever have a program where you want to give something to kids in addition to your books, you need to let us know, because you're a Kiwani and you can give it to them for free.
Nice.
All right. And we also have our Kiwanis Literacy Club Foundation provides books like these. And so you'll see these are really quality books. This is one of my favorites, The Wizard of Oz, which is it's just amazing. But we have our books average about $10 if you were to buy them retail. But we do a special process where you donate to us, and we'll give you your own special label on the back and ship them to you as for your donation of $2. And you get these quality books sent to you. And so we do this because we want people like Justin to be able to see the book deserts of the world.
See the book deserts.
And so I know you're going somewhere soon, right? Your dad's home country?
Oh, yeah. My dad's home country.
Which is what?
Gabon in Central Africa.
Awesome. So what are you going to do in Gabon?
Build a library there, because if you didn't know, there is more libraries in the United States than on the whole continent of Africa.
Wow.
Wow.
That's true. So
So-
talk about book deserts
Absolutely.
and literacy inequities.
So are we going to need to stuff your suitcases full of books to go with you? And we'll pay the overage on the baggage?
Okay, you have given us a lot of things. We will not put the pressure on you.
Oh, bless you. But it's not pressure. It is my pleasure.
I feel like Art Linkletter. Remember that show, Out of the Mouths of Babes? Wow.
We are very excited to go to Gabon in Central Africa and build our library.
So exciting.
It's going to be after we go and present in Sparks, Nevada. But yeah, it will be a little later this year, and we are doing our rock paper scissors tournament to raise funds for that this year.
And And if you fast forward to that time when we're going to Gabon, we will next year. Fast forward, we will go to South Africa.
Yeah.
Wow.
We
Where-
are going to South Africa. We're going to George, South Africa.
And Cape Town.
In Cape Town. And the reason why is because when we first started, when Justin was just, we started really, I guess, giving back when Justin was around 2 because he had gotten out of his diapers. And I said, Justin, there are people who need these diapers and you've outgrown them, so let's give them away. And then we started a diaper drive for single moms to help them. And so our passion just kind of grew. And then again, Justin was 4 years old and he was reading and he said, I just want to read, play, and see my friends. That's it. That's what I want to do. And so we started raising money for homeless and foster kids and teens. And even though I've lived all over the world and I thought, oh, I'm so, very worldly and I know all of this stuff about culture, and I sticking my nose up in the air. I go around asking our friends around the world, like, read with us, so we can raise money. And then I was soon very quickly reminded that education isn't free around the world and that people don't have libraries around the world.
Yes.
And I started thinking about my time in Gabon and how I don't remember a public library and where was it, and thinking about the villages. And we asked our friends in George, South Africa, if they would read with us, and they searched for, do you remember how many days? 2 days to find 2 books.
Oh,
Wow.
And
Jeez.
I was just
Wow.
like, and then people wrote back from places in Asia saying, we can't afford to read with you. It's like, all you do is go, all you do is go to the library. I'm like, I've traveled all around the world. Like, how insensitive is
Sure,
that,
sure.
And so I was talking to Justin about that, and he loved to go to the library. This was, of course, right before the pandemic, like about 6 months before. And I was like, people don't have libraries, Just. And we started talking about it. He's like, what? You can't go to the library and get books? And that's how Learning is Fun Library really started. That
So
was
the
basis of
first
it.
trip is when? When you going on this first trip to Africa?
It's going to be probably in November. We haven't solidified
Okay.
all of the plans yet, but it's probably going to be closer in November.
Okay.
And then South Africa is next September.
Because here's what I want to do. After those trips, I want you to come back onto the show and you're going to show everything that you did with pictures or videos. You're going to tell stories about all the experience. Is that good? You do that for me and Governor Bell?
we will, but as long as we have 24/7 hours.
Well, I can't give it. Well, if you want 24/7 to talk about it, that's the guy you have to talk to. I'm sure he'll be happy, at least for 4 minutes, maybe. No, I'm only kidding. You'll come on. You'll have a whole hour, whether it's on Kiwanis or even my show on a Saturday. We'll bring you on. Bring you on my show anyway.
That's
Be a
awesome.
great guest. I'm not going to be here for my show next Saturday, the 22nd. You want to be my fill-in host for me?
I will.
Of course.
I will even miss my baseball game.
No, I don't want you to. No. It's not that important. I want you to keep playing base. What position do you play?
I don't know, but I always find out. I have a good arm on me.
Do you? Can you throw somebody out at home plate from right field?
Yep.
You can?
I can.
Wow. Is it T-ball or is it pitching?
It's
Pitching.
Pitching.
yeah.
Wow.
He's getting better and better. So last year he was supposed to be on T-ball because he was only 6, but
Right.
somehow he ended up on coach pitch. So he's just been
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Amazing.
I'm crazy. I'm just blown away by all of this. Well, I want to take one more break here in a second. Then, Governor Val, you mentioned some of these other books here. We talked about some. We have a coloring book. It's a Las Vegas-based coloring book, right? Then we have what is this one? Toddler Goes to Monaco. So you have a book about that. And then you have a drawing pad. Is this all available on their website for purchase?
Yes, sir. But it's on a different website.
Oh, it's on a different. What's the different website?
Traveling travelingtower.com.
I love it.
Actually, if you go to heroesandhearts.org and go to our merch, it's all
The links are on it. You know what I like about this one in Vegas is people from all over the world, if they're coming to Vegas, or if they're already here and they want to buy a souvenir while they're here, they can get it and they can color the kid. Look, this one you may not be taking with you. This one may end up in my backpack because I may color with this later. Can you take us to commercial one more time for us?
We will be right back. Please don't go anywhere after these messages.
I'm retiring right after this show, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Okay.
International is a global community of clubs, members, and partners dedicated to improving the lives of children, one community at a time. Today, we stand with more than 550,000 members, from K-Kids to Key Club to Kiwanis, for all ages in over 80 countries around the world. Each community has different needs, and Kiwanis empowers members to pursue creative ways to serve the needs of children, such as fighting hunger, improving literacy, and offering guidance. Kiwanis clubs host nearly 150,000 service projects each year. For more information, visit www.kiwanis.org.
You know, one of the reasons why Justin has really stuck into my heart, and I want to be adopted by him versus me adopting him, adopting him, is because, like, my passion is Kiwanis Literacy Club Foundation and seeding the book deserts. And so some of the things that we've done is on a quarterly basis, we send almost 350 books to our Kiwanis clubs in the Philippines because there is such a need in the different orphanages for books. And we sent over 500 books partnering with the Kiwanis Club in it's Centennial Kiwanis Club. We sent 500 books to Uganda. And some of those pictures of those kids opening up the boxes, and they sat down with their book and started reading at the very beginning. And so more kids had to come help unpack, and more kids had to come help unpack because each time someone found a book that they loved, all of a sudden you could see a light go on in their face. So I know that when you're putting these libraries in special places where they don't exist ahead of time, and you're putting brand new books out there, it is a gift that can't be taken back because kids learn to read for pleasure, and it's magical. It's absolutely magical.
You want to hear something really cool? You know this show, because we're on the internet, we're all over the world. So I just got a message from someone in the chat room. Her name is Delanira Arboleda Martinez. My Spanish is not very good, but I'm going to do my best. Saludos desde Colombia, Granada, Meda, Zona 5, Kiwanis. Colombia, a Kiwanian from Colombia, Zone 5 International is watching the show right now about you.
Hi, Auntie.
Is that your aunt that just popped up there? Rhea Watson, that's your aunt? Very nice. Very nice. I know you said hi, so let's give her another shout out. So this show has always been international, but to have someone from anywhere around the world actually message us, that's because of you and your message with what you're doing. I hope you realize that.
That's awesome.
Gracias.
I'm done. It's all Justin's show for me. So what's really cool about that is that person hopefully can reach out to you through your website and maybe do some stuff with them. So hopefully you can reach them at their website. And John, can you put up their website on the crawl if you don't mind? When you get a moment?
Okay.
And then that might be another area you could go help out. And then this one you have to take Governor Val and I with you, though.
I'm thinking, Kelly P., I'm going to do a shout out to you as the Kiwanis International Chair for the Children's First Initiative. Maybe we should get Justin on your panel in Minnesota at our Kiwanis International talking about this literacy project, since that's President Bert's #1 initiative. And so, because Justin's going to start his own K-Kids as soon as this downtown Las Vegas club is open. So
wow.
Yeah, he was asking about it yesterday, actually.
You know, at his age, all I worried about was Bugs Bunny on Saturday. That's all I care. I mean, when you think back to our own, your aunt says, thanks, nephew. I love you, and I'm so proud of you. So, and Delanira, I hope I pronounced it right. She's in there sending messages. So Hopefully you'll hear it. And if you do hear from her, I'd love to know. That would be great to know.
Yes, and they can, if you go to our website, www.heroesandhearts.org, you can actually send us a message right there on our website. I get it directly to my phone. Justin reads them all. We're also on LinkedIn. Some people are on LinkedIn and they love to message us, or on Facebook, or on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. So we're always there. And is it that people can still call into the show?
Absolutely. Until we're off the air, sure.
Absolutely.
702-992-3207. Your auntie is saying heroesandheartslv.org and then heroesandhearts.org. So no LV.
No,
Okay.
that's how you can find us on social media. would be
Gotcha.
LV.
Okay. And then on Facebook, Heroes and Hearts. So follow all of that stuff because there's some good stuff, people.
Yeah,
We need good stuff.
Follow us. We love it.
We and then when you're on the pages, make sure you hit donate. That'll be even better. Buy some merch, something.
Absolutely.
If you're not turned on by this story, by this young man, then I'm sorry, you need to get out of your cave. I mean, that's what it is here. We all talk about how negativity is around the world right now for a lot of different reasons, okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the anecdote sitting right here. If there were more Justins in the world doing what he does, first of all, his mom would probably go crazy because she can only handle one. But if there's other future Justin-like individuals, okay, that's what we need. And unfortunately, the news doesn't cover stories like this. They only cover the terrible stuff we hear about. And that last 2 minutes, oh, fireman saved a cat up in the tree. Yay. This is the stuff that should be headlining news, not only locally, but nationally and internationally. I mean, if this is not touching your heart to do something, even if it's just to support the organization, then I'm sorry, you don't have, you're cold-hearted, plain and simple. That's all I rarely get on the soapbox, but when I get on the soapbox about a topic that takes to my heart, dude, I'm going to get on the soapbox. I'm going to tell people how it is. If you don't have warm red blood running through your veins, I don't know what you're missing a ton here. This is what we should all be proud about. And this is what we should be supporting now. Okay. So I'm sorry.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
And that's why we have been able to fall in love and make that connect, because Justin, you give us hope. And yeah, as you know, Kiwanis is all about kids in our community. And so for me, meeting you, I just had that re-energized moment that said, I know that our organization is headed in the right direction because we partner with people like you, and people like you are out there helping kids and helping the community. And that's the magic, because, doing service for other people is the rent that we pay for being here. And you are paid up till you're like 150 because you're amazing.
Absolutely. I think you earned a credit that you can probably pass on to legacies when you have kids with all the good work you're doing. Right?
Right.
All right. He's like, what did you just mean by that?
So if there was one thing that you wanted to share before we go off camera, what would you want to share with people that are watching?
Well, just make sure if you are struggling with your loads or having trouble with something that you're trying to figure it out, just don't give up. Don't give up on anything, no matter what you do.
I've been doing this for over 17 years behind a microphone. I'm a member of the Las Vegas Entertainers Hall of Fame, and I've met a lot of great people around the world, and very few of them leave me speechless. Because people who know me know I can talk. That's why I do shows, right?
A lot.
But I got to tell you, my friend, you, sir, are bringing, and I'm watching Governor Val too. There's tears of joy welling up in these little things up here. That's just because we're old and tired. But very rarely am I speechless with a guest. And I want to tell you, sir, you are on the top of that list of my guests that I've interviewed all my career that have left me speechless in awe of who you are, what you do at such a young age, and the inspiration that you're reaching out and changing lives of people, not only locally, But dude, around the world, do you understand? I mean, you're 7, going to be 8. You're an old soul in here. Number-wise, you're a young man. Do you really understand the grasp of what you're doing and how you're helping not just Vegas or just Africa, but the world? Do you understand that? Do you understand the gravity of what you're doing to people, for people?
I do.
And how important is that to you?
It's very important to me that when you help kids, teens, and adults, you just like change people's lives every single day or every single month, every single week, every single year.
Every single minute almost, right?
Right.
You could help somebody by just smiling to them on the street. Somebody's looking to have a bad day, right? You can just walk by and say, hey, how you doing today? That's changing somebody, isn't it?
That is. That's how you can be kind every day.
Be kind every day.
I'm speechless. I can't. I don't know what to follow up with that. Sometimes you just have to go, mic drop. I'm out. I mean, John, I would love to take what he just said, John, and just a little splice of that as a message. What he just said right there. Okay, make that. Maybe we can use that a bit. If need be, I'll donate the funds to create a commercial for this organization. And what he just said right there, I don't care if we play that in a loop in the entire commercial, but you can't say it any better. I don't know if you want to follow up with Travels with Val right now. Obviously, you're here, so we are kind of winding down. You're here in town now for a couple of days at least. What's going on in your travel book?
Actually, I'm in town for
Go ahead. I put John on the spot with that one.
I'm in town for the next 5 hours.
Oh.
I drove in yesterday. I wanted to come hang out with you.
Yeah.
I couldn't give up the opportunity to sit at the table with Justin and Raquel and really talk about this amazing topic and get all the hugs I could possibly get. And so I head back to Southern California, and tomorrow I have a governor's visit in Mecca. And I am not going to the Middle East. I'm actually going to a desert city called Mecca, not very far from Palm Springs and San Bernardino. So come hang out with me. And all of next week, we're traveling to different places. And we have the largest district convention that happens in Kiwanis, and it is for a Key Club because it's the end of their year. And so next weekend, we're going to have 1,200, 1,300 high school students celebrating and voting for their new leadership for the upcoming year. And they're going to celebrate that they're back. They have more than 31,000 Key Clubbers in California, Nevada, and Hawaii. And the largest group of Key Clubbers are actually here in Las Vegas. And so it's a proud moment to see them come together and celebrate all the hundreds of thousands of service hours that they've done and to pick new leadership. These kids are amazing. And to have someone like Justin on our show today and the Mama Jeer on our show gives me absolute hope. And most of the people who are on my team know my word for the year and our mantra when we end something is hope. I have a plaque on my wall. I have something by my front door. One of my lieutenant governors brought me a rock and he didn't know the word was hope, but the word was hope in every language that's out there. And so my message is through being kind, it gives me hope. And so I thank you. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. So
your statement, be kind every day, right? That's what you said at the end of your comments, right?
Right.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. For my show, Aaron's Hour, which is every Saturday from 12 to 1, I have a website, and I sell merchandise up there. And the guy who puts my shirts together, if it's okay with you, because it's your statement, I'm going to have him put a shirt together with your saying on it, with your name and the website. And for every shirt that's purchased, for that shirt through my website, 100% of those proceeds I'll donate to you. How's that?
Wow.
What color? What's your favorite color? Is it red because of Spider-Man? I'll look past it if that's the case.
It's red, but I But Batman is my second favorite.
Hey.
At least I made the list.
All right,
you
now.
know. So
Before we leave,
Yes.
though, Justin has a saying that he always says. Go ahead and say it, Jess. You don't?
You don't have to be big or strong to do big things. And sometimes you just feel it. You just feel like you're in a tornado and you just can't get out, or in a jail cell. But when you keep pushing through, you will be able to get out.
there you go. I really don't want to end the show. I would just let have him keep talking. I mean, but unfortunately, the quarter's running out of the meter. So to say that I'm honored to have met you today and Mom is a very small understatement. I'm in touch with what you do, and I hope you do it for a long time. Okay. Final thoughts. After what he said, I don't know how you can have final thoughts. I mean,
Be kind every day,
That's right.
every moment, every minute.
There you go.
Aloha, my friends. Mama Dear.
I was going to say, yeah.
Be kind every day.
Yeah, Raquel, thank you so much for instilling the right properties about what being a good person is all about to Justin. That comes from you and Dad. I truly want to thank you and your husband, his dad, for that. I'm presuming he's your husband.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
In Vegas, you never know, folks. That's why I just need clarity. That's all.
Yes, very much so.
So-
My name is Booba.
Tip of the cap to both of you and your entire family. Obviously, I presume Ray is your sister. Thanks for calling
Rhea's
in.
my sister.
Okay,
yes.
so to the entire family, keep adding fertilizer to this young man so he continues to grow to do. Justin, it's been an honor to have you here today and to meet you, my friend. You have a special place in my heart. And so the shirts are going to be for you. Whatever we can do, I want to promote your organization so you keep doing good stuff.
Thank you.
All right, you're watching Aaron Phillips, Governor Val, my guests, everybody out there. Thank you so much for watching. If this show is not rewatched and rewatched and rewatched, whether it's on Roku, Facebook, whatever, shame on you. Share it with somebody that needs to hear his message to the world. Please, I implore you to do that. All right, with that, going to wish you all a great weekend. I'll see you tomorrow from 9 to 11 on Thoughts Count Anywhere. 12 to 1 Aaron's Hour. I have no idea who our guests are. I always wing it when I come in. Not true. Check out the Facebook page and you'll see. And we'll see you next week right here on Kiwanis Connects. Everybody, thank you for watching.
Bye.